how to use intent-based traffic networks to generate high quality, dirt cheap leads and sales. I do appreciate you being with me here today. If you'd like to follow me and my company, please go to facebook.com/digital sumo. That is our Facebook page where we do share ongoing traffic and conversion tips. Once again, I do appreciate you guys being here for this particular workshop. This workshop is going to have a profound effect on how you go out there and currently purchase traffic online. Everybody talks about Facebook and Google, which are, by the way, in my opinion, still amazing sources to get traffic. But man, the issues that you have to deal with in terms of compliance and increasing ad costs and competition, it makes it very, very difficult to advertise on these platforms. So I'm going to make you a bold promise on this workshop, and I want you to stay with me right till the end because I'm going to show you how you can acquire traffic at a fraction of what you would pay using Facebook ads or Google ads and convert them into leads and sales using intent-based traffic networks in very competitive markets. And in particular, I'm going to show you how we're doing this in the health market, which is considered one of the most competitive markets online, and how we're able to get, cost per clicks of 5 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents, which is very, very different than what you're typically used to with Facebook ads or Google ads paying over a dollar, over two, over three. And in some cases, in competitive markets, you might be even paying as much as $8 to $10 just for a click. So what does this training mean for you? Well, it could mean a wide variety of different things depending on the reason why you're here on this workshop. Ideally, the first part of the whole equation of to making money online is you need to have a good offer. And once you've determined what that offer is then the rest is history. It's just a matter of going out there and buying as much qualified traffic as you can possibly find out there. And the idea there is that, once you've determined what your average earnings per click is, if you want to simply double your money, you just simply have to go out there and find traffic that costs you half of what your EPC is, which ends up being your CPC, and there you, before you know it, for every $1 you're spending, you're making two. And that can change a lot of things in your life. For example, if you're looking for freedom of time and you don't want to work your full-time job or whatever you might be doing or whatever business you might be pursuing, and you want to pursue this particular business model by going out there and buying good qualified traffic, sending it to a good converting offer, and convert $1 for every two, or convert $2 for every $1 that you're spending, you can do that. And that can give you basically financial freedom, because once you figure out that magic formula, it's just a matter of then scaling it. Then once again, for some people, it's not so much wanting to go out there and necessarily make millions of dollars, but just enough to have possibly a freedom of location. And this type of business can give you that because all you really need to do is have an connection. And that alone will allow you to basically go out there and buy traffic anywhere in the world that you have an internet connection. And obviously, there's a lot of ways that you can benefit from this training, because not only did I talk about like freedom of location and freedom of finances or financial freedom, but I think the most important thing, and I know what's important for me, is was freedom of time. And by being financially free and being able to run this business from anywhere in the world, it's really elevated the freedom of time to be able to do whatever I want to be able to do. And that's whether me lying there on a beach or traveling the world or spending time with my kids. The idea here is that you build a business, and if you can spend enough money and be able to earn more than the money that you're spending, the difference is obviously then your profit. And that's where you're able to live a good life and sustainable life. Now, when you saw the particular ad for this training, I talked about Google ads and Facebook ads and rising costs. And compliance is an issue because a lot of things that Facebook and Google won't let you do. And number one, they're not very affiliate friendly. We know that. But within 10 ad networks, they are very, very affiliate friendly. So if you want to pursue affiliate marketing, then this is a good avenue to go. The other thing is with Facebook's rising costs. I think the average cost per click on Facebook now is about $1.72 per click, and Google is steadily increasing too. Like I mentioned earlier on, for local marketing on Google search, you might be paying as much as $8 to $15 just for a click, making it unsustainable for many small players. And that's where internet ad networks come in, because it's a whole different ball game with internet ad networks, because the traffic is so cheap and in most cases just as qualified. So who am I and why should you be listening to me on this exclusive workshop? Well, I'm an online paid traffic expert. I've been doing this now for about 20 years. I actually came online in 1997, and this is well before Google Ads, Facebook ads, and any of the major paid traffic platforms. And initially, back when I started in 97, it was all about SEO and free traffic. But it wasn't until about 15 years ago where I fully embraced paid traffic, because not only is paid traffic much easier to get in terms of speed and consistency and predictability and sustainability than free traffic, the main allure of paid traffic was the scalability. I mean, you can't scale free traffic, but you can literally scale paid traffic, because with billions and hundreds of billions of clicks and ad impressions available for purchase every single day, there's definitely no shortage of paid traffic. And when I embraced paid traffic 15 years ago, ever since then, I've been able to generate over $50 million in personal sales and commissions. And that's not only just for myself and for my businesses, but also does not include what I've been able to do for clients and for working as an agency for other advertisers. And I attribute this really down to one thing, and that is my ability and my team's ability to go out there and buy millions of dollars of paid traffic online each year. Because I'll tell you one thing: once you've determined how to get $2 for every $1 you spend, it's just a matter then of going out there and finding as many qualified clicks as you can. So, with that being said, and I'm not one of these guys who just, popped up online 6 months ago, figured out how to make a $10 CPA lead, and then decided to write a course about it. I've been doing this, like I said, for 20 years, so I know the paid traffic game, and I'm considered one of the leading authorities when it comes to paid traffic. And I've spoken at numerous events on the topic of paid traffic, whether it's intent ads, Google ads, or Facebook ads, social ads, YouTube ads, whatever it may be. And we use a wide variety of different traffic sources to go out there and acquire traffic. But not only do I speak across events all over the world, but I do host my own annual event where we basically share what's working and what's not working for paid traffic and conversion. So, with that being said, well, who is this training for, and who is it not for? Well, number one, if you are somebody who doesn't take any action, then, this workshop probably is not for you, because I really don't want to waste your time, because with the stuff that I'm going to share on this particular workshop, it's going to be particularly eye-opening for you, because it's not advertising the traditional way that you see with Google ads or Facebook ads. It's much, much more different than that. And I think you'll find it much, much more appealing in terms of costs, ease of use, and very little compliance policies. So, if you're a go-getter, and I'm sure you are because you've invested time to hear me on this exclusive workshop, then this training is going to be definitely for you. This training is also for not people who are looking to get rich quick. Now, the one thing, and I want to state clear on this particular workshop, is that I'm going to teach you how to go out there and get penny traffic. But really, the pages or the affiliate offers or the products that you send the traffic to is really not within my control. That's entirely up to you. And I think that one of the biggest things that marketers miss, and they tend to blame it on the traffic source if it's not profitable, is that if you don't have a good converting offer, And it doesn't have to necessarily be your own offer. It can be an affiliate related offer, but it has to be a good offer that converts. And generally speaking, a good offer that converts is number one, it has to provide value to the end user. That's the most important thing. And then you have the secondary things such as ease of navigation of the website, how good the sales copy is, and all of those things that will help convert the offer. So, you know, so this is not a get rich quick, fix or anything like that. I can't help you if you go out there, do exactly what I tell you to do, but you send all of this traffic to a horribly converting offer, and then you send me an email saying that your training doesn't work. Well, in all fairness, that's not fair to you. That's not fair to me. You still have to have a decent converting offer. So don't think that if you were able to get cheap traffic from Facebook or Google and it completely flopped for wherever you're sending the traffic to, that this is going to be the golden goose. Yeah, you can get traffic at a fraction of what you would pay on Facebook and potentially make offers convert profitably that you couldn't on Facebook simply because the cost of the click is much lower. But like I said, as long as it's a decent converting offer, you should be able to make it profitable with intent ads because the traffic is so cheap. The other caveat that I want you to understand is that what I'm teaching on this workshop is paid traffic. I don't do any SEO. I do very little SEO, and I don't do much with free traffic. I'm predominantly a paid traffic guy, and with that being said, paid means that you do need to have money. This is not for somebody who's on their last paycheck, has just sold their house or car and quit their job and is just living from paycheck to paycheck. This is for people who can afford to test at least $10 a day. Even $10 a day is not going to get you an immense amount of data. Over time it will. But if you don't have the money to invest into paid advertising, then this training really is not going to be of any benefit for you. Now, why intent ads and why should you be signing up to these networks and driving traffic? Well, I mean, let me start off by saying with Facebook ads and Google ads, I love them. I'm being completely transparent here. I love these websites, and the reason is because they control 90% of all of the advertising online in terms of reach. And if you can make them work, then kudos to you. We still do use them. We are able to make them work in our business because they can't be ignored. I mean, they're the 800-pound gorilla. But man, the hoops that we have to jump through in order to get offers to run, and the optimization that we have to do in order to get the offers to convert profitably on Facebook ads and Google ads, it's almost like it's a full-time job. And the biggest thing that our biggest frustration with Facebook ad and Google ads is it's not very affiliate friendly. If you're running affiliate related offers, you might find that it's a struggle to get them approved on Google or get any traction on Google or Facebook. And that's why we love the intent ad networks, because they embrace affiliates. And they will allow you to run good quality affiliate related offers. The other great thing about intent ad networks versus Facebook ads or Google ads is there's not very many rules or regulations in terms of what you can run, what you can't run. I mean, Facebook ads and Google ads, they have very strict compliance rules. I mean, like very strict. I mean, you have to have all the right disclaimers, all the right privacy policy wording, and all of the right disclaimers on your landing pages and whatnots, and terms and disclosures and all of this stuff on your website. And in fact, the last time I looked at Facebook's compliance document, which was released probably about a year ago, it was 19 pages long. And it was 19 pages of what you can't do on their platform. 19 pages. Can you imagine? 19 pages of what you can't do on their platform. And it was a very exhausting read. And in fact, that, once you read this document, you start scratching your head and you wonder, well, what can I promote on Facebook? Because, there's a lot of stuff they won't allow. The other thing about Facebook ads and Google ads is it's very competitive. And it's very competitive for a good reason because Facebook ads and Google ads are very good traffic. I mean, it's good converting traffic, and that's why it's very competitive. But because of that, it's made it also very expensive. And like I mentioned earlier on, the cost per click on Facebook, the average cost per click on Facebook is now $1.72, and that's very hard for a lot of people to able to convert $1.72 per click into a profitable campaign. And I guess the biggest frustration and the biggest uproar currently that I'm seeing on Facebook in terms of what my friends and other agencies are posting is, Facebook is going off, especially after the congressional hearings. It's really shook up Facebook and Google. And you've probably, at some point, if you've been aggressive, had one of these messages show up in one of your Facebook accounts. I know we have on numerous occasions, and you'll see this as soon as you log into your Facebook account, and it'll say your account has been flagged for policy violations. Any ads you're running have been turned off. If you believe this is a mistake, please contact us. And this basically says your account has been banned. And trying to figure out why it's been banned from Facebook is very, very difficult to do. They provide you with very little information. And in fact, I've only heard of a very few, friends who have had banned accounts be able to get them unbanned. You're much better off going out there and just creating a brand new Facebook ads account than trying to get a suspended account unsuspended. And same thing. I mean, this has happened to us numerous times on Google. They're a little bit more abrupt with their message. You log into your account and said your account has been suspended. Your account doesn't comply with our AdWords policy or our terms and conditions. And once again, like I said, it's very difficult to get a suspended account unsuspended. So even with Google Ads, you're probably much better off going out there and getting a new Google Ads account. And I'll tell you one thing, after the congressional hearings, Google hit us hard, man. I mean, I logged into our account one day and close to 2,000 of our high performing ads, as you can see from the screenshot, were disapproved. And to make matters worse, they were all basically false positives, which means that they were falsely disapproved after running successfully for 4 to 5 years. The changes that they made to the Google bot were accidentally labeling these ads and disapproving them. And it took us probably about 3 to 4 months to work with Google compliance and Google to understand what we needed to do in order to get these ads up and running. That's just the nature of the game. I mean, when you have ad networks like Google Ads and Facebook Ads who are worried about the government coming in and trying to regulate their advertising, their compliance is going to be much, much more rigid now than it was in the past. They're going to be very cognitive of what offers they allow to run on their network, how you promote those offers, and what type of ads you're running, what type of landing pages you're running. And the game has definitely changed. It's definitely changed, and I know that if you're watching this webinar and you've seen any of these messages, or if you've had any of these issues, then I know the pain that you're feeling, because we were feeling the same pain. And Google at this point was roughly about 85-90% of our traffic. So when all of these ads were disapproved, this kind of like really shook up our health business. But luckily, what saved us was the traffic that we had running with intent ad networks that convert like crazy, are very, very profitable, and that's what literally kept us in business while we were working our issues through with Google. Now, what I mentioned earlier was that intent ad networks are very affiliate friendly. I mean, for those of you who are interested in building a sustainable online income, I mean, affiliate marketing is the easiest way to get started. I mean, when it comes to making money online, that's exactly how I got started. I didn't have a product in 1997. I started off as an affiliate, and I was actually an affiliate for the longest time, for like maybe the first decade of my online career. and I ended up making millions of dollars in affiliate commissions, and a lot of that I can thankfully attribute to Internet networks. Until I started, before I even started developing my own products or services or starting my own health supplement business, because affiliate marketing is it's almost risk free. You don't have to worry about customer support or product fulfillment or anything like that. That's all left up to the advertiser. All you have to do is just send good quality traffic, hope it converts, and they get paid a commission. But like I mentioned earlier, Facebook and Google are not, their paid platforms are not very affiliate friendly. And that can be very, very frustrating in terms of being able to run affiliate offers on these platforms. But with Intent Ad Networks, you could pretty much run any affiliate offer on these intent-based networks. Now, there's the obvious compliance or issues that you do have to deal with, which are pretty straightforward across any traffic platform, such as you're not allowed to promote gambling offers, astrology offers, downloadable software or malware type offers or adult related offers or firearms. But that's pretty standard across all advertising platforms. But other than those categories, you can pretty much run whatever your heart desires on these intent ad networks. So, what can intent ads be used for? Like I mentioned earlier on, number one way that we made money initially with intent ad networks was with affiliate as an affiliate marketer, and we pushed a lot of traffic to CPA offers like matchmaking, relationship offers, ringtone offers, educational offers, recipe offers, wide variety of different offers. And I think we generated bulk of our affiliate commissions through CPA offers and also ClickBank offers advertised on Intent Ad Networks. Lead generation. What an amazing source of lead generation, especially when you can get leads for less than $1. I know that people, if you advertise on Facebook and you can get leads anywhere from the $4 to $5 range, I've been told that's really, really good. But with the Intent Ad Networks, you can get leads for like literally pennies if you have the right targets and you're bidding fairly low. We've had great success promoting digital products, physical products. We've done a bit of traffic arbitrage. And those of you who are not familiar with traffic arbitrage is simply buying cheap traffic, sending it to a website where you get paid if people are clicking on the ads or if you're displaying banner ads or video ads and you're getting paid by somebody else to do that. Very, very popular way of generating online income. In bridge pages, if you're selling Amazon related products, you can create a bridge page that pre-sells people on the Amazon related products so that when they click on the bridge page to go to the Amazon listing, they're much, much more likely to buy, which will drive up your conversion rate on Amazon and move up your rankings and hopefully get you more organic conversions. Now, just to show you, even though that we use Intent Ad Networks predominantly for a health supplement company, we still do affiliate marketing. We do still drive traffic to affiliate related offers. As you can see with this 1 month period, we were able to generate about $3,700 in affiliate commissions on this particular offer. For a health supplement company, this is for a probiotic. We were able to generate about $3,600 in sales just this past June on a $1,600 ad spend. We cannot get those type of margins with Google or Facebook the way we do with this. You can see here 16,000 clicks for only about $1,600, making this a very, very, very low cost traffic source. We also do lead generation into other different markets than the health market. And you can see here for this particular campaign, we were able, in 1 month period, we were able to generate about 682 clicks, about 296 opt-ins from those clicks on a ad spend of just $99. And we know basically each lead that we generate into our funnels is worth about $10 to us after the course of 12 months, meaning that these leads are worth approximately about $3,000 to us. So, I beg you, to ask the question, how many traffic sources do you know where you could potentially get $3,000 on a $100 ad spend. And I get testimonials from people that I teach all of this stuff to, and customers. And there was one guy who was at one of my events that had no idea what he had no idea what intent ad networks were, and specifically the PPV aspect of it. And when I told him about it, he was a go-getter. I mean, he tested it the next day. And when I asked him how was it going, he said, I spent $327 so far and brought in $2,391. Beginner's luck, I'll take it. Thanks for the tip. When are you bringing the heat? Now, it was interesting when he said beginner's luck, but there really is no luck to this. I mean, it's pretty much straightforward. If you can go out there and you can get high quality, low cost traffic and send it to a good converting offer, you can get astronomical return on investments like you see here. So, without further ado, I know you're getting really excited about all of this. So, what is this all about? Okay. So, what is intent ads? What does that mean? Where can you get it? What is it all about? Well, intent-based networks generally offer two distinct types of traffic for advertisers. Okay, one of them is called pay-per-view, which is also known as PPV, where bids start as low as 2/100ths of a penny, and this is generally a full page impression of your ad that you can get for as little as 2/100ths of a penny. And then there's the second type of traffic that's available on these platforms called paper text or PPT, where you can get bids as low as 1 penny, and that's 1 penny per click, not per view, but actually per click. And I'll show you how we're able to go out there and get that kind of traffic. So the other important thing and why intent ads convert so well is that you got to understand that it is desktop applications that are triggering the ads. So all of these pay-per-view ads and predominantly these paper text ads are desktop driven, meaning that you don't really see them on mobile devices. It's predominantly the bulk of the inventory is on desktop. And we know that, statistically speaking, that desktop converts better than mobile. In fact, most people who see some sort of presentation or a product on their mobile device tend to go back to their desktop when it comes to ordering. And I think that's another reason why intent ad networks convert very, very, very well. So, with that being said, I'm going to talk about the pay-per-view portion first, and give you a little bit more understanding of how it works, how many people you could potentially reach. And once I kind of give you the more granular details about how pay-per-view traffic works, I'm sure you're going to 100% agree with me that this is probably the most highly qualified traffic that you could potentially get online, and why then it converts so well. The one thing to remember about pay-per-view traffic is that there's tens of millions of targeted impressions available for just pennies per impression that you can buy every single day across over 80 million computers. And pay-per-view traffic is driven by what is known as adware traffic, meaning that there is software that has been installed on desktops of users who have agreed to have the software installed on their desktop in exchange for receiving the occasional free ad. Now, you might be thinking, or you might be freaking out saying, well, wait a minute. Isn't that spyware? No. This is very, very different than spyware. It is called adware, but the user does have to accept an end user agreement, and they fully understand what they are downloading onto the computer, and that in order to use the software they're downloading, they will accept the occasional ad on their computer. You'd be surprised, with over 80 million computers having this installed, you can get literally millions of impressions for whatever you are promoting in just a single day. The beautiful thing is that there's no quality score issues. It's money that talks the walk. So if you're willing to be the highest bidder, you can get into the first position. Now, it's very important to be at least in the first, second, or third position because those positions predominantly get the bulk of the impressions. So you remember with pay-per-view traffic, you are paying on an impression basis. You're not paying per click, you are paying on an impression basis. So whether, for example, if you're paying like a network like Propel, you would have to pay probably about the minimum bid is 1.1 cents, meaning that you'd have to pay $11 for every 1,000 impressions. And Propel doesn't care if you get 1,000 clicks out of 1,000 impressions of your landing page, or if you get one click. They really don't care because they're going to end up getting paid regardless of whether you get any clicks or not. So the idea here is to make sure that you're creating compelling ads that get as many clicks or responses as possible, because you are paying on an impression basis, unlike Google or Facebook, or I should say Google, where you're paying on a cost per click. Facebook does offer CPM inventory if you want to choose that bidding manner. And like I talked before, there's very few compliance issues. Unlike Google and Facebook, you can pretty much, we're advertising a lot of affiliate related offers that there's no way that Facebook or Google would allow us to do that, because it's just Google or Facebook might claim that it just doesn't give the user a good experience to be shown those offers. Whereas with, like I said, with pay-per-view traffic, we've been running anything from EDU educational related offers to coupon related offers to health related offers, whereas on Google or Facebook we would have had issues. Now, the way the internet networks work in terms of the PPV traffic is that they allow you to bid in an auction market. So you are bidding against other buyers. But the reason why the bids are so low is because there's not that many people that are using internet networks. And that's why I'm telling you that this is a prime, perfect time for you to get involved in buying this form of traffic, because I guarantee you that once you start going out there and joining internet networks and buying this traffic, this is going to be something you're going to add to your arsenal, and you're not going to look back because it's so cheap and it converts so well. So in the auction market, and when I show you how you bid on targets, you'll see that there's so much inventory of impressions available out there that even if you do have competition, that it doesn't really matter, because there's so many ways you can bid and get traffic that it would take you would have to have a huge amount of competition in order to not be able to make this work for you. And like I mentioned earlier, you should ideally, for each target that you bid on, you want to target the first place, because on a network like Propel Media, the first place person gets about 80% of the impressions any given day. But for whatever reason, if you can't be in the first place position because it doesn't result in a profit, you should be in at least the top 3 positions to get any serious volume. Now, after running pay-per-view traffic for the last decade, predominantly to CPA offers, because those are impulse type offers that work very well with pay-per-view traffic, I found that the best way to get the most money out of running pay-per-view ads is to build an email list. So your objective should be your primary objective should be to build an email list with pay-per-view traffic, and there's many different avenues of building a list with pay-per-view traffic, whether that's sending traffic to a blog that has an opt-in page on it or whatever it might be. But we predominantly like just to create amazing opt-in pages or squeeze pages or landing pages, and just have people directly opt in after they pop up on PPV traffic. And you might be wondering, well, why email list building? Why am I talking about something that has been one of the main marketing strategies for the last 20 years? Well, in my opinion, and many expert opinions, it's still the best method of communication. I don't care what other experts say about forgetting about email and build your social presence. I have found, in terms of the best ROI, it was always email that allowed us to be able to communicate the most with our audience and get the best returns, because your email list is simply a tribe of your best raving fans. And when you send them an email and it gets into their inbox and they open it, it's just you and them, and they're consuming your message. Where on Facebook and the news feed, your message can get easily lost there. And the other beautiful thing about email list building is there's no more paying for cold traffic. I mean, once you get that person onto your list, you can send them as many emails as you want and communicate with them as many times as you want, and you're not paying to reacquire that person. And email costs are minimal. I mean, on a good ESP, you could pay as little as $10 a month and be able to email out thousands of subscribers. And like I said, the beauty of email, it's uncapped. You can email your subscribers as many times as you want until they unsubscribe or tell you to stop mailing them. And you don't have to take my word for it. You can take a look at recent studies by eConsultancy. In terms of return on investment, email marketing was ranked number one, followed by SEO, paid search, content marketing, offline direct marketing. Social marketing is a paltry 7% compared to email marketing's 31%, then mobile marketing, and then online display advertising. So you can clearly see here that email marketing is the clear runaway when it comes to return on investment for the communication method that has been used. So why use intent-based traffic for your business? Well, number one, for building an email list, you can build a targeted email list leveraging off of your competitors' websites using PPV traffic. And I know that sounds a bit confusing, but when I show you how to do that, you're going to understand how targeted you can get with PPV traffic. And when you build a targeted list, you can build a targeted list just pennies per opt-in. Now, any given day, we're still advertising on Google, still advertising on Facebook, but it costs us anywhere from $3 to $4 to $5 per lead. But with pay-per-view traffic, we get targeted leads that are just as good as the leads from Facebook or Google for pennies per opt-in. I'm talking as little as 6 cents per opt-in, 25 cents per opt-in. If you don't believe me, I'll show you a screenshot as we go further into this workshop. And the idea behind getting these pennies per opt-in is our ability to rotate and optimize opt-in pages until we have a fabulous conversion rate. So when you first create your first opt-in page, that's the good news is that's going to be the worst that it's ever going to be. You're going to continue to improve on that opt-in page until you get a phenomenal conversion rate and a phenomenal opt-in rate that drives your cost per opt-in down dramatically. But none of this is possible without at least being able to provide good value in exchange for somebody's email address. And that value comes in the form of a lead magnet. And this is a term you might have heard of in the past, but for those of you who don't know what a lead magnet is, it's something of value that you will give away to convince a prospect to join your email list. And this could be anything in terms of that basically provides value, whether it's a PDF, a video, an audio, a guest interview, whatever it might be. It just has to be something of value. And something of enough value that somebody's going to give you their email address, which is very, very difficult to get these days, just as hard as getting their mobile number, because people are very protective of their email address or their mobile number because it's basically an extension of themselves, and they don't want to be inundated with useless information or information that doesn't help them. So when you're creating your lead magnet, also remember that first impressions count. So make sure that what you are offering has immense value. It's quite easy to make big promises, but if you don't deliver on that promise, that's the first impression that you're going to leave with your new prospect onto your list. And third of all, make sure that the lead magnet is easily consumable. And this is a huge mistake that I see a lot of people in marketing make, is that they think the bigger the lead magnet, the longer the lead magnet, the more valuable it's going to be. And that's not the case. The lead magnet is only as valuable as the delivery of the promise that you make that you initially gave them when they opted into your list. And in some cases, you don't need a 400, 500 page report. It could be simply a one-page paragraph that delivers on the promise that you made. And the biggest example I can think of in my mind is the example in the dating market of David D'Angelo's KISS test. It was an opt-in form that basically said, called the KISS test, how to know when a woman is ready to be kissed. And then it had a couple of bullet points. You'd give your email address, and did he deliver it in PDF, the content in PDF format? No. Did he deliver it in video format? No. Did he deliver it in audio format? No. It was just one single paragraph on the next page after opting in that basically told guys or taught guys to know when a woman is ready to be kissed. And if you read the paragraph, it tells everything and it delivers on the promise. Do people who are opting in feel jaded that they didn't get a 20, 30 page report? Well, no, because the solution was provided to them. And it was done so easily and consumable, it could be read within a few minutes, that it leaves a good feeling with the prospect. And that's what you want to do. You want to be able to deliver on that promise, give them the solution to that promise that's easily consumable, and you'll trust me, you'll have a raving fan from that point on because you'll be leaving a great first impression. So example of other lead magnets that you could create, like I mentioned, a PDF report, keep it short, potentially below 20 pages. A video, keep that short, roughly within the 10-15 minute range. Audio, same thing. Checklists and cheat sheets are very, very popular because they're, once again, easily consumable. You could give them a newsletter subscription, a case studies. People love to watch case studies. Or maybe just do a webinar. I see a lot of people doing this on Facebook, is that they run ads straight to webinars. An interview, and this could be with an expert in your market. You don't necessarily have to be that expert. Or a small sample of your course that could be potentially the end game of what you're trying to do, is try to sell your course by providing a small sample of it as your lead magnet. It can be a natural precursor to eventually selling them on to your course. So now that you have something of immense value for them, then there's the opt-in page creation. And this is simply the page that you create to grab people's email addresses onto your list. Now, for those of you who are technically challenged, don't fret, no need to worry, because there's services like leadpages.net, optimizepress.com, clickfunnels.com, 10minutefunnels.com that allow you to create your own opt-in page in as little as 5 minutes. All you have to do is have an email service provider, and you can join one of these services right here and automatically link into your email service provider, create these pages in 5 minutes, and before you know it, these services are sending the name and the email addresses of your new subscribers to your email service provider, and you are building an email list. Now, if any of these services still kind of feel daunting to you, you don't have any experience, don't understand how to do drag and drop and create these pages, which is still very, very easy to do, simply outsource the opt-in page creation to somebody on Fiverr.com for only roughly $5. And we've done this. We've had people create phenomenal opt-in pages on Fiverr for as little as $5 for us, because it's just fast, it's quick, and it saves us time. And in some cases, they do it much better than we can. Now, with the opt-in page, like I said, you got to give them a compelling reason to join your list. And what I found is split testing different opt-in pages is what allows you to maximize the number of opt-ins, because different things resonate with different people. I mean, you might find that different lead magnets perform differently, and in some cases want to split test different lead magnets to see which one in your industry gets the most opt-ins. Because more opt-ins obviously means more people seeing your back-end offers. And when I'm referring to back-end offers, I'm referring to the offers that they might see on the thank you page once they opt into your list, and then the offers that they might see on your autoresponder in your email list that you automatically send them once they opt into your list, or the offers in the broadcasts that you do to those people who have entered onto your email list. And you're not going to know what is working and what's not working unless you're split testing every facet of your funnel. And I highly recommend, to get the biggest bang for your buck, is to split test the thank you offers, meaning that the offers that you place on your thank you page for best conversions. And you might be thinking here, well, wait a minute, Gohar, why would I start selling to them right on the thank you page? Because they're going to get upset and they're going to scream at me. And I've been told by all the experts out there that you don't market to a prospect until you deliver stellar content to them for at least 10 to 20 to 30 days. And I'm here to tell you that's a load of hogwash, okay? You should If you are offering a good product or service to somebody that is solving a problem that they're currently having, and you're not selling it to them right away, you're doing them a disservice. I think that by providing a congruent offer right on the thank you page, not only are you going to recoup initially the cost that you spent on generating that traffic and generating those opt-ins almost immediately on day zero, meaning the day that they came onto your list, but you're going to now turn a prospect into a customer. And a customer is much, much more valuable than a prospect on your email list in the long run. So, like I said, split testing different thank you offers for best conversions is going to be a game changer for your business. And I'll show you how it changed. It was massive game changer for us in our health supplement business. And an opt-in page doesn't have to be that complicated. All you need to really do is have a good headline, some bullet points, and then some fields to grab the information that you want. I mean, this is a very, very simple opt-in form by FabFitFun. Just straightforward information, and I don't even consider this a very uh, amazing opt-in form. I mean, it's pretty much your standard form in terms of opt-in pages, but basically has all the key elements that are needed. Now, I talked about key elements. Well, what are the elements that you want to test in order to get better opt-in rates over time? Well, number one, the first thing that you should be testing is the headline, and the reason for that is because that's the first thing that they're going to read. And by creating, different headlines that appeal to different emotions, you are going to see wild swings in conversion rates. And once you nail the headline that converts best, you're going to see a dramatic increase in your conversions. But like I said, make sure that whatever your headline is, or whatever the promise you make in your headline, you're able to deliver on that promise in the lead magnet that you're providing them. The next thing is the images, because naturally once the prospect reads the headline, their eyes naturally go on to the images. And a good, clear, compelling image that is congruent to whatever you are trying to promote on the opt-in page will increase conversions. Then you have your body copy. I'm a big proponent of putting body copy in bullet points, because to me bullet points are like subheadings, and if you can create impactful subheadings, then you can get a higher opt-in rate. And then the submit button. Believe it or not, the text that you use on the submit button can have a profound effect on your conversion rate. Just a tip right here. We found for digital reports, using the words send info on the button generated a higher conversion rate. That's just a tip for you there. You might want to test that. And then there's colors. I mean, there's a whole psychology of colors that I'm not going to get into because it's beyond the scope of this webinar. But simply changing the color of the elements on your pages can have an effect on your conversion rate. So now you have your lead magnet. Now you have the opt-in page that you're going to run PPV traffic to. So what's the next most important thing to create? And well, that's the thank you page. And the thank you page is very, very important because it sets the tone for a number of different things. Number one, they now have opted into your list. You have captured their email address because they are requesting further information from you. And there's a lot of things that you might notice about this or our particular thank you page, and this is for one of our house supplements, that you typically don't see. If you look up here, you're going to see that there's one glaring thing on this thank you page that's missing. And let me know in the question box if you know what that is. Because you can see here, we started off with, thank you for requesting a free report. Please check your inbox for instructions on accessing it. If you don't see an email from me, please check your junk spam folder as it might be there. Take a few minutes to watch the information video below while you wait for your free report. So, did you guys notice on the thank you page the one element that is missing that most people include on their thank you page? Yep, you guessed it. It's the download link to the report. You don't see it on the thank you page. And I don't recommend you put the download link to whatever lead magnet that you create on the thank you page. And I'll tell you why. And the psychology behind it and why it's working wonders for us in terms of growing our business. Number one, if you put the download link on the thank you page, then what reason do they have to open your email that you just send them with the download link? And it's really, really important, especially with Gmail and Hotmail and Yahoo Mail, that you get a new prospect to open that very first email, because that's what the email providers are going to look at. They're going to look at that first interaction between your new prospect and your very first email. So you want as many people opening it, as many people clicking it as you can, because that's going to determine future deliverability from the email service providers. So that's why you don't want to provide a download link here, and you want to tell them to wait for the email, open the email, and download it from there. The other reason we don't put the download link here is that if we put the download link on the thank you page, then what reason do they have to stay here on this page and watch this video presentation, which is, by the way, very, very congruent with the report that we were offering. In fact, so congruent that this video converts at 3 times higher on this thank you page than if we were sending direct traffic from, let's say, Google or Facebook to this exact same video sales letter. And once again, it's the psychology that once they've given us their name and their email address, it's almost like they've made a commitment to us, and they're more likely to sit here and watch this presentation. So in fact, not only are we making sales on this thank you page on day 0 before they actually go through the email sequence that pays for all of the traffic that we are paying for lead generation. It's before any money that we even make before they open a single email from us. So this has worked out for us really, really well. But obviously the reason why we have a conversion rate where we're getting leads for under $1 and we're converting at 3 times higher than Facebook or Google is obviously the targeting. And the way the targeting works with PPV traffic is there's 2 ways to target with PPV traffic, and there's domain targeting and then there's keyword targeting. And if you remember, I talked about bidding on your competitors' domains. That's exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about domain marketing. With domain marketing, you can compile a massive list of all the related domains in your market, including your competitors' domains, and you can actually bid on them, meaning that when somebody who has adware installed on their computer visits one of those websites, your full page PPV ad is going to appear in a new tab where right along their website and possibly over their website or redirected to that tab before they can view the tab of your competitor's website. Now you tell me, how much more targeted can you possibly get other than popping up on your own competitor's website? You see why I love this form of traffic? It's just so granular and so targeted. And that's why we're able to get opt-in rates on our page as high as 15 to 20% on certain targets, because those targets are so targeted to our lead magnet and our market and what we are doing. So, how is it that we're able to go out there and create a massive list of targeted domains? Because the idea here is the more targets you have to bid on, the more exposure you're going to get on the PPV networks. Well, one of our secret tools that we use, that you can use, is the Google Display Planner. And you don't necessarily need to use the Google Display Planner for any sort of Google advertising. We use it to help our PPV campaigns, and I'll show you exactly what we do to export lists of thousands of relevant domains so that we can upload them into the internet networks and run PPV traffic to those domains. The other beautiful thing about the Google Display Planner is because you can see the volume of traffic each website gets, and you could pick the ones that have the largest volume and simply upload those up into the internet network and start seeing a massive amount of traffic. And just to show you how it's done is, if you go to your tools and you go to the Display Planner, you could type in one of your competitors' websites. In our case, for our health supplement company, a good competitor is biotrust.com. They get a lot of traffic, and Google was able to identify 869 other competitor domains that are very much related to biotrust.com. Biotrust.com sells supplements, we sell supplements, but so do all of these websites are very much related to our supplements, whether it's Authority Nutrition, Spark People, the Military Diet, DietLast.com, a CalorieCounter.com, Slism.com. They're so related that with one click of a button, we can download all 186, all 869 websites and upload them with one click into any internet network and start seeing a massive amount of traffic. And these websites, I mean, I recommend that you take a quick look at the websites that are downloaded and remove any websites that you don't deem to be relevant, because this is not a perfect tool. But I'll tell you one thing, this will at least save you weeks of research. And I'm not joking, it would take you weeks to find these high quality 869 websites. Now, besides domain targeting, there's also keyword targeting, meaning that you can actually target people who are searching for specific keywords in Google or in Bing or Yahoo. Now, for example, if I was targeting the keywords car insurance quotes, I could have my full page PPV ad appear over these search results in a new tab anytime somebody typed car insurance quotes. Now, if you look at these guys who are bidding in the top 4 positions, they have the ad symbol beside their ads. Trust me, for the car insurance quotes, these guys are paying well over $10 per click. Per click. I'm not talking per lead, I'm talking per click. Now imagine for just pennies being able to have your full page ad appear over these search results. Now you can see how powerful internet advertising can be and how granular it can be. So how do we go out there and get tens of thousands of keywords to bid on? Well, what we like to do is use keyword spy tools, because they allow us to not only gather thousands of targeted keywords, but in terms of domain targeting, they can also supply us with an additional list of competitor domains the way the Google Display Planner does. And like I said, they allow you to see search volume by keywords. So once again, you can grab all of the keywords that have the massive amounts of volume, upload them to the internet networks, and see a wave of traffic. So just an example of a keyword tool is iespionage.com. And we use this tool all the time. I mean, there's many others like spyfoo.com, keywordspy.com. And what they allow us to do is put once again, our competitor's domain in here. And we can then, with a click of a button, download all 33,000 keywords that our competitor is bidding on Google or Bing. We can download their organic keywords, and we can also download 822 domains of related competitors to, let's say for this example, jennycraig.com, upload them to any internet network, and all of a sudden see a massive amount of traffic being generated for people who are visiting these specific websites, okay, or who are searching for those particular keywords. Now, just to kind of show you an example of how cheap we're getting the leads, this is a list or an ad group we created in Propel Media of all of the domains that we want to bid on. And you could see here under first pixel, the conversions. We're getting conversions for as little as 6 cents on this website, the fat burning hormone, 14 cents on Trim Down Club, BioTrust 25 cents. And over the last year, we have managed to generate over 150,000 leads onto our health list by simply bidding on domains and keywords on internet networks and generating all of this mass traffic for, just as you can see, pennies per opt-in. So how do we do this? Well, it all comes down to tracking. I mean, every traffic source, every keyword that you target, every domain that you target should be tracked. Every campaign that you create should be tracked. Every ad group you create should be tracked, and every keyword or domain that you bid on should be tracked. And then the idea here is that once you get a significant amount of data, you simply dump the losers and keep the winners. And before you know it, you're able to take a money-losing campaign and convert it into a money-making campaign simply by following this exercise here. But you can't do it without tracking. You need tracking. And there's a tool out there called Prosper 202 and a bunch of third-party other tools out there like Volume.com that will allow you to be able to track your traffic so you can determine what targets are working for you and what targets are not working for you. And once you start building your list and compiling your list and making money with an offer on your thank you page, the next step is to simply monetize advertise the list. That's where you're going to make the most money. It's on the back end. It's not on the front end. It's building that raving fan base or tribe that follow you on email, and then promoting to them related offers to them that you know are going to add value to them and that they're going to be willing to give you their money for. So the idea here is whether you have your own products or services, or whether you want to promote affiliate related offers, you just need to mail your list and find out what resonates with them, find out what works. And ideally, you should have this process automated initially when they come onto your list with what is called an autoresponder sequence. And this could be a series of emails that can go out a week, 10 days, 30 days, 6 months, 1 year, whatever your heart desires, promoting related offers, whether it's your own products or service or affiliate related offers. But you should be also split testing all of the emails in this autoresponder sequence for increased conversions. Because every time you're running split tests and you're continually improving conversions, you're going to be able to see your back end revenues grow. And the saying of making money in your sleep, well, this is truly the closest thing to making money in your sleep when you have an autoresponder that's constantly sending out emails automatically and interacting with your prospects and converting them into customers. Now, how do I know? You might be sitting here and saying, well, Gohar, this probably works for the health offer or your health supplement company because it's such a broad market and you've been doing it for so long. Well, the reality is that this can work for any market. And I know this for a fact, and my team knows this for a fact because we've used this exact same process for other markets. We've done this in the coupon market. We've done this in the wedding market. We've done this in the dating market. We've done this in the EDU market. We've done this in the recipe market. We've built multiple lists into the tens of thousands of prospects in a wide variety of different markets. In fact, in the coupon market, that was a cool example of how we actually made a ton of money building our email list, meaning that we were making so much money off the thank you page that it was paying for the list costs and more by just running that coupon related offer. So with that being said, I now want to move on to the second portion of how Intent Ad Networks work, and that's with paper text ads or PPT ads. And these are ads that are very similar to pay-per-click ads in that you only pay when your ads are actually clicked on. So when I show you an example of somebody looking at your ad or hovering over your ad and consuming your marketing message, you don't get charged. You only get charged if they actually click on your ads. I mean, PPT ads, they're hot, and there are some affiliates who are spending up to $28,000 a day, according to some of my network reps, buying traffic and sending it to affiliate-related offers or doing traffic arbitrage. And the reason why is because competition is extremely low, and almost a lot of the bids are at minimum bid prices. I mean, for Canadian traffic, you can get paper text traffic for 2 cents. US traffic, you can get US traffic for 5 cents. Where are you going to get 5-cent traffic on Google AdWords or Facebook ads? You're not. You're going to get it only with paper text ads. And just to kind of explain to you how paper text ads work is that basically they're otherwise known as in-text ads, meaning that people can bid on keywords, key phrases, and when somebody is visiting an article, they might see keywords that are hyperlinked. And when they hover over the keyword, in this particular example, the keyword is in text, an ad is displayed. And only when they click on the ad itself to be taken for more information will you be charged the minimum bid of, let's say, 2 cents in Canada or 5 cents in the US. So you could literally get hundreds of millions of impressions of this and not pay only when somebody clicks on your ads. And I mean, there's different formats. I mean, Propel has it showing it a little bit bigger, more graphic. You can play with the buttons. You can play with the layouts of the way you want to show your ads and things like that. And they call it modular text links. And there's a wide variety of ways that you can create ads and advertise. And it's very lucrative. I mean, if you look at this particular campaign, it's a paper text campaign that we've been running for our probiotic. And you could see here, we had over 3.5 million impressions. We were only charged for the 201,000 clicks, had a cost of 16,800 bucks. We had a conversion rate of about 5.5%, or sorry, I should say a click-through rate. But I want you to pay close attention to this. We only paid 8 cents per click. Now, if I wanted to bid on the keyword probiotic on Google, I would have to pay well over $1 per click. Here, I'm only paying 8 cents for US traffic to our probiotic sales page. So you could probably see why I speak so passionately about these intent ads, because I think it's one of these best kept secrets, and I really want you to get involved into this because I think it can have a profound effect on your business. And the other reason, and I alluded this to the fact that Google was the bulk of our traffic, and when they shut us down, the only reason why we stayed in business was because of the traffic we were getting from the internet networks, and that brings us to subsidization of bigger ad network costs. I mean, if you think about the cheap conversions we're using or we're getting using intent-based traffic networks, that basically allows us in some cases to overpay on Google AdWords and Facebook ads for additional conversions. So what I mean by that is that when you're running traffic on Google ads or Facebook ads and you're running it at break even, or you're losing a little bit of money, the idea here is that you want to bring in customers at break even so you can promote to them at the back end. But you could possibly end up with cash flow issues if you're losing a little bit of money. But if you're getting cheap conversions profitably from internet networks, that can help you sustain your ad spends at places like Google Ads and Facebook ads to continue getting conversions from those platforms, because now you're subsidizing it with internet ad networks traffic. And that basically, the beauty is that will allow you to scale your offers and still be able to make a profit and have positive cash flow. So, with that being said, over the past hour, I've just shown you a whole new world of opportunity. I know everybody's talking about Facebook ads and Google ads, and those two are the main sources, and I'm not disagreeing with them. We still do Facebook ads, we still do Google ads, but I love intent ads because it's so much more easier, less compliant, more traffic, because we're able to bid into the top positions at so cheap. We're able to do list building, we're able to promote CPA offers, we're able to promote affiliate offers, ClickBank offers, and product offers, and a lot of stuff that we simply can't do on Facebook or on Google. And really, what I've shown you in this workshop is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, there are countless possibilities with traffic from internet networks that I didn't even touch upon. I didn't go into detail about traffic arbitrage, the retargeting abilities that you can do, the demographic targeting that you could do with internet ad networks, and how that can have a profound effect on your business. I mean, there's so much to cover. And that's why, I want to extend an invitation to you that if you really see the power of internet ads, to join me inside of my exclusive training called PPV Sumo. Now, this is an exclusive training course where I go much more into detail on buying PPV and PPT traffic so that you can promote affiliate offers, send traffic to your Amazon related offers, promote stuff that you otherwise wouldn't be able to promote on Facebook or Google, or promote just products or services with an affordable advertising budget where you can get just as qualified clicks for just as cheap. And this is a very extensive training course that has over 10 different training modules that you can literally start going through right after this webinar. But really the pinnacle of the PPV Sumo training source is what I call the PPV Dominator software. Now, one of the things that I talked about in this workshop was how vitally important it was to track. So you do need to have a robust tracking platform, something like Prosper 202 or Volume, but a lot of these services have a monthly fee, and it's not cheap. For example, Volume's cheapest monthly plan is $250 a month, and for people who are starting out when it comes to paid ads or paid traffic, that's a lot of money. So, when you join me inside of PPV Sumo, you get actually get access to the PPV Dominator software for free. And the reason why I created the PPV Dominator software is because although there's other good tracking solutions out there, there was no tracking solution that was dedicated to PPV traffic in particular, because PPV traffic, once again, is very different than other sources of traffic. So what I ended up doing is having commissioning developers to go out and creating a tracking platform that any of that I could install on my own server, or any of my customers could install on their own domains or their own servers, and be able to track their PPV traffic in terms of the impressions that they're getting, the number of clicks on their landing pages, the conversions that they're getting on all of their campaigns, whether it's an opt-in campaign, a direct linking campaign, so that they can see right on their dashboard in real time how well their PPV campaigns are performing. And you do have the ability to change the weightings, to run different offers, different landing pages, different combinations, to basically see what's working and what's not working in real time, so that you can make adjustments in real time. And you get complete access to all of this tracking software that can help you taking money losing campaigns and turn them into money making campaigns within hours of running traffic and starting to gather data. But not only do you get access to this tracking tool, but what we've done is we've also had developers build built-in scraping tools. Now, I talked about the ability to go out to the Google Display Planner and services like iEspionage and Keyword Spy to generate massive domain or keyword lists. But once again, a lot of these spy tools come with a monthly fee. So once again, to help out PPV Sumo members, we built a whole bunch of scraping tools. And basically what we did was we basically looked at Quantcast, which ranks the top 1 million most visited websites online, and we tap into their database to pull relevant domains. So the first scraping tool is called the Quantcast Targeter. And the premise behind this scraping tool is that you type in the keyword and it will return to you all of the URLs in their top 100,000 websites that have that keyword in their URL. So because, for example, this example, the word coupon, if a domain has the word coupon in the URL, there is a high probability that that domain is coupon related. And then you could take this list, and with one click of a button, you could be able to download all of these relevant domains and upload them into any intent ad network, saving you a huge amount of time in terms of having not to have to look at all of these or research these domains separately. Then there's what is called Theme Detector. And what this does is that this looks at the meta keywords, the meta descriptions, and basically the SEO elements of any page, and returns back any relevant pages to the keyword that you put a search for. So for example, we are looking for dogs. When we return back the websites, dogbreedinfo.com, puppyfind.com, petfinder.com, and these are all dog related websites. And once again, with a click of a button, you can download this entire list that would have taken you hours, if not days, to research and upload it into any intent ad network. Then we also have another scraping tool called the PPV Domain Digger. One of the easiest way to build a list of competing domains is simply go to Google, type in your most relevant keywords and do a search, because Google is very good at ranking relevant websites to a particular keyword. So if you can type in something, for example, like in this particular example, coupons, you have the ability to see the most relevant coupon related website. And we built this scraping tool that pulls not only the organic results that pop up, but also the paid results. And then with one click of a button, you can download all of these relevant domains and upload them in any of the intent ad networks that we talk about and we train inside of the course. Now, like I mentioned before, the course is broken down into a wide variety of different modules. Module number one is where you can download the PPV Dominator software, and includes all the video tutorials on how to install the software on your own domain in literally less than 10 minutes. This is something that you host on your own server in your own domain, because it's completely private. You have nobody can see your data. We can't see your data. Nobody can see your data because it resides on your server on your domain. Module number two covers the various PPV strategies that I've learned over the last decade that have generated us mass results. Module number three covers Propel Media. Module number four covers Rapsio. Module number five covers the RTX platform. Module number six is all about retargeting with PPV. Module number seven covers competitive intelligence tools and how to do effective competitive intelligence before you launch any traffic campaign. Module number eight covers list building with pay-per-view. And module number nine covers all of the paper text training, covering traffic sources like advertise.com, info links, and where you can tap into hundreds of thousands of impressions of paper text traffic. So not only do we give you all of the software to help you get started, provide you with all of the training, but we also do intense coaching webinars. And these are webinars where we go deeper into various strategies to help explode your online traffic and conversions. And after these calls, we do a live Q&A to answer any questions that you might have. Now, for those of you who are seeing this workshop late and have already missed some of our webinars, you don't need to worry because all of our webinars are recorded for later viewing and archived in the members area. So you have full access to all of those previous webinars and any future ongoing webinars. We also have a Facebook private group for PPV Sumo members where we have an active community of people who are asking questions all the time. If you have any questions about PPV or PPT traffic, then you could post it in the Facebook group and it will get answered. Now, just to kind of sum up what is included in the PPV Sumo training course, you get once again access to the PPV Dominator tool. You get access to the PPV scraping tools and resources. You get access to in-depth modules with more content to be added on a regular basis. You get access to all of the training videos and the PDFs that we've created in the course. You get access to all of the coaching webinars, previous and futures webinars. The biggest benefit is that you actually get lifetime membership to this elite community. Now, if you ask any of the members who have been with me for the last decade, originally this course was called Pay-Per-View Formula, and it's evolved because I change it every single year. And I will have hundreds of customers attest to the fact that I am a man of my word. And every year that I've done any major upgrade to the software, whether it's the PPV Dominator tool or the scraping tools or the training itself, everybody has been upgraded because I do promise lifetime membership. I'm not one of these guys who comes out with version 2 3 months later and then tells everybody to pay me $500 to upgrade. You get full lifetime membership to this elite community. Now, just to sweeten the pot a little bit, I'm going to also make you a bonus offer. And bonus number one is free installation of the PPV Dominator tool on your domain. If you join us today, me and my developers, I'll commission them to have to install the PPV Dominator on your domain for free. So once you order, it's real simple. All you have to do is open a support ticket inside your Digital Sumo members area. Provide us with your cPanel and FTP information for the domain that you want to install the PPV Dominator tool on, and we'll install it for you within the next 24 to 48 hours, so you don't have to worry about any sort of technical issues. This is a savings of $47 because that's how much we charge to install it. But if you join today, we will do this completely free of charge. But once again, you got to join today, and this is limited to the first 10 buyers. Bonus number two, I am going to give you, and this is huge, I'm going to give you complete access to a workshop, a live workshop I did in the Toronto area. It's all about high converting funnels. Now, remember at the top of the webinar, or the workshop, I talked about that if you don't have a good funnel or a good offer, it doesn't matter how good the traffic is, whether it's intent ad traffic, Facebook traffic, or Google traffic. If it doesn't convert the offer, then buying all that traffic is useless. So in this particular workshop called High Converting Funnels, I'm going to give you the precise instructions on how to create a high converting marketing funnel. In fact, it's the exact steps to creating a funnel that has generated for us over $100,000 on some days for our health supplement company. Not every day. I wish every day was a six-figure day, but there were a bunch of days where we did over 100 grand, and I attribute that all to the funnel that we created. And these are full video sessions covering the entire topic of how to create a high converting funnel. So because once you have that set up and you start sending pay-per-view or pay per text traffic to that funnel, that can bring you a significant amount of money. But not only will you get training to that with all of these high converting funnel workshop videos, I also did training for multiple other paid traffic mediums such as pay-per-click, YouTube, mobile traffic, and other sources of traffic that you also get access to. So here's everything that you get when you join me inside of the PPV Sumo training course. You, number one, get the PPV Sumo training course valued at $997. You get the PPV Dominator software. This is valued at $497. You get the PPV Sumo scraping tools valued at $297. Bonus number one, like I said, we will do a free installation of the PPV Dominator tool onto any domain of your liking. And then bonus number two is the high converting funnels. This is valued at $997 because this is how much people paid me to attend this live workshop and get our secrets to creating a six-figure a day sales funnel. The total value of this package is $2,829. So for one price, you get lifetime access to everything, including the Facebook group. I would put the total price of this package to $3,232. But you don't need to worry because I'm not going to charge you $3,232 for all of the stuff that I talked about, even though I firmly believe that it's worth well over $5,000 for everything. Because think about it. How you're going to get training on how to get cheap targeted traffic, all the tools we're giving you, all the training that we're giving you to give you a head start to start generating good quality traffic. Even if I charge you half of that at $1,566, I'm sure you would say that that is a good deal for everything that you are going to get. But I'm not even going to charge you that today. In fact, the price of the PPV Sumo training course, all of the lifetime access to the scraping tools, the PPV Dominator tool, and all of that would be, I'm only charging $997. And compared to the people who are regularly charging upwards of $2,000, $3,000 for the courses that don't have half of what we have in the PPV Sumo course, this literally is a amazing deal. But since you've made it right to the end, and you've taken the time out of your precious schedule to be with me on this workshop, I'm going to do something even further, and I'm going to give you a $300 instant discount, meaning that you don't have to pay $997. For lifetime access, if you join us inside of the PPV Sumo training course, you only have to pay $697. Now, I don't know how long I'm going to be providing this discount for because we are eventually going to go back to our $997 regular price. So for $697, this literally is a steal. Now, for you who can't come onto this workshop to learn how intent ads work, maybe you weren't prepared that I was going to make an amazing offer for you, and you don't have $697 readily available, but you really do want to take advantage of this. Well, what I can do is I can break that $697 payment into six a 6 month split payment plan. Over 6 months, if you're willing to pay $127 per month over the 6 months, you can literally get started right now for just the first installment of $127. And that will get you complete access to all of the training, the PPV Dominator tool, the PPV scraping tools, and it's no different than if you paid the full price today. You still get the exact same access to all of the tools and all of the training. You can literally go through all of the training today, if you got the time to go through all the videos, and start buying traffic literally today to a good offer and start generating money. Listen, you don't have to take my word for it. Just do the math. The average Facebook click is costing $1.72 today. So if you were to buy 1,000 clicks on Facebook, that would cost you $1.72 per click, meaning that for 1,000 clicks you're spending $1,720. But if you buy the same quality traffic from Intent Ad Networks, 1,000 clicks, and I showed you the screenshot, especially with paper text traffic, for our probiotics we were only spending 8 cents per click. That only amounts to $80. Now, look at the difference. What would you prefer? In fact, if you were to buy the PPV Sumo course for $697 and $80 for 1,000 clicks, that still does not add up to the $1,720 you'd have to spend on Facebook. In fact, even if you were to double that, that still wouldn't add up to the $1,720. So really, it's, I don't even need to appeal to your emotional side. Logically, it makes sense, folks, to join me inside of the PPV Sumo training course. The traffic is just as qualified, but it's much, much cheaper. Now, when you go through the URL, ppvsumo.com/go/join, you're going to be taken to a checkout page that looks like this. And it's got the two options: the $697 one-time fee, or the $127 spread out over 6 installments. It's your choice which one you want to take. Yes, the $127 over 6 months is slightly higher in the long run over the $697. That's why it makes more sense to pay the $697. But for those of you who want to allocate a more of a bigger budget to the ad spend that you want to spend on testing on these Intent Ad Networks, then maybe you want to go for the $127 option. Now, all of this wouldn't mean anything if it wasn't backed by my triple 30-day money back guarantee. And basically that is guarantee number one. If you're not absolutely delighted with the extensive training inside of the PPV Sumo course, I will give you 100% of your investment back. Real simple. Just open up a support ticket, ask for a refund, and we will give it to you, no questions asked. Guarantee number two, if you're not absolutely delighted with the PPV Dominator software and all of the scraping tools, you can get 100% of your investment back. Guarantee number three, if you're not happy with the coaching webinars inside the members area, you can get 100% of your investment back. So you are backed by my triple 30-day money back guarantee. Now, the biggest question that I get is, well, Gohar, this is a little bit over my head. I'm brand new. I don't really understand this. Well, with that being said, then this is the best time to get involved, because it doesn't matter if you don't have any prior experience. I mean, the way I have designed this course, it appeals to newbies, to intermediate marketers, to advanced marketers. There is enough information that satisfies you no matter at what stage in the marketing game that you're at. No, the reality is that it's just mindset. I mean, you can do this. I mean, this is your chance to create a wave of traffic to your websites or your affiliate promotions. If you've been struggling to to launch your affiliate marketing career on Google or Facebook, this is the no-brainer. I mean, they embrace affiliate marketers. It's just a matter of finding a good converting affiliate offer and then just going crazy on getting as many targets and keywords as you can. I mean, this is your chance to buy affordable traffic and turn it into profits. And, there's no need to wait months for results, but rather hours. And that's the reason why I love paid traffic, is that you can start getting data right out of the gate and start seeing results almost immediately. So, once again, I'm a firm believer of building your email list, and this is your chance to build a targeted list in record time, and in some cases get paid for doing it. Like I said, we got paid for building our coupon list because we were making more money off the thank you page than we were spending on the front end traffic, and it's not that hard to do. So, the time is now. If you are or if you're serious about building a financial freedom future, so that you have freedom of time, freedom of finances, freedom of location, then I encourage you to go to ppvsumo.com/go/join and join me inside of the PPV Sumo training course, because I think that this is, in terms of your internet marketing career, one of the best, if not the best, investment that you can make in terms of going there and learning how to generate good quality, affordable traffic. So once again, that is the URL right there, ppvsumo.com/go/join. And I do appreciate you sticking with me to the end of this workshop. I know we're approaching the 1 hour and 30-minute mark, but I think that you'll see that, I'm sure you'll agree that this has been an extremely big eye-opener. In most cases, 99% of digital marketers don't know anything about intent ads, and you're one of the very few, if you stuck with me right to the end of this presentation, to learn what they're all about. And I think you should take it to the next step and be one of the people of the few percent who are actually using intent ad networks to generate traffic, because I guarantee when you see how cheap the traffic comes in and how cheap you can convert that traffic in terms of your own products or services or affiliate offers, this is a traffic medium that you'll never turn your back on, and will be an important part of your marketing arsenal in the long term. So once again, thank you so much for giving me your time, and I look forward to seeing you inside the PPV Sumo members area. Just taking a look at the dashboard here. Want to welcome and thank all the people who are joining right now. I look forward to conversing with you inside of the Facebook private group, and look forward to you going through all of the training. For those of you who are still sitting on the fence, remember, we are still doing a free installation of the PPV Dominator tool for you. This is limited, so please do act now. And I'm not sure when the price is going to be going back up to $997. So it is best to lock in now. So thank you so much. Write the URL down, ppvsumo.com/go/join, and I will see you in the inside. Thank you so much for giving me your time. Take care.